The sun is beating down on the asphalt plains. 40,000 horses pulling on the reins. I can feel the rumble in the hollow of my chest. Today we put the metal and the spirit to the test. Mechanics in the pit with the grease on their hands. A sea of colors rising in the crowded stands. The green flag drops and the world goes blurred. The loudest thunder that you ever have heard. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Drafting on the bumper of the number 3. Looking for a gap that the others can't see. Paint colors slipping on the backstretch run. Getting real hot underneath the southern sun. My vision is a tunnel and my heart is a drum. Waiting for the moment when the openings come. I'm white knuckle tied on the carbon fiber wheel. Guided by the spirit and the strength of the steel. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Chasing down the dream and the engine power.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Valhalla? Sports Talk is on the air again for NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying for this weekend's Goodyear 400. Goodyear 400. Practice speeds have already been posted. This is, to my right here, this is the current leader. Eric Jones sits atop the board in practice, number 1 in that 43 Toyota. Let me do some shout outs to the early arrivals. Shelby Minnick in the house. Quick turnaround. It was. We're set up for the basketball game, by the way. That's all done. So that'll be a quick flip-de-doo. Biscuits in the house. You got lunch or something? No. Takes a little while to do it, y'all. Takes a little while to get her all set up. They're currently in a commercial break on Prime, practice and qualifying, exclusive to Prime Video. Bet Chevy says, Cho, I just closed out betting for the Michigan game. So that's done. We got to update this to show Theo. Update this. Yeah, this whole thing should take about an hour and a half, I guess. There you go, Biscuits. Do what you got to do, buddy. You do what you got to do, Biscuits. Yeah, here we go. They're coming back right now. Hey, there's the 77 car. My favorite paint scheme of the weekend. Hosavar in that throwback paint scheme that looks like Dale Earnhardt's old Wrangler, but this time it's got Chili's on board. Chili on board. Jones, Herp, Cendric on the top of the board. 14:47 remaining in practice. Number 1, Group 1. They're showing video of Earnhardt's number 3 Wrangler car. Let's go, baby. Probably the only diecast of Earnhardt's that I do not have is that number 3 Wrangler. How pricey is Prime Video? It ain't cheap. We get it. Well, we get it with our Prime subscription. I don't really know, Shelby. I think Prime is like 100 and something now a year, like 120 a year. Hosavar, his driver's suit looks like how Earnhardt dressed in those days. The cowboy hat, the big feather on the front. Too cool. Too cool. Oh, let me change this. We got the wrong color on our track. I have that Cup Valhalla for his car. Nice. No, I don't know what I'm having for lunch. I might ask the COO to make me another grilled cheese or something. Well, we don't have no bread. What's up, William Vernoy? What is up? All right, one person thus far has got a Darlington Stripe. Austin Cindric shown on TV here. He's currently in P3. The fall off on the tires for this track are immense. The fall off, as your laps go, you get slower and slower. But you can see what they call the Darlington Stripe there on that wall. They repaint it every year. And every year at the end of race weekend, it is solid black. I have Prime Video through my Amazon thing. Yeah, exactly. A pot pie? Oh, a pot pie. That's not bad for a year. I pay $18.99 a month for YouTube Premium. Well, be careful before you change, Shelby, because be careful before you change because you don't want to lose nothing there. That's kind of the whole gimmick, right? They get us to buy all this bullshit. That's kind of their gimmick. Some people have this, some people have that. Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch's car looks pretty sick this weekend. That number 8 Chevrolet with Bet MGM on board. Dave Lizzie YouTube channel. What place did Chase Elliott qualify in? They haven't qualified yet. This is just practice followed by qualifying. Yeah, they haven't qualified yet. Uh-oh. They're on board with Hosavar. I think he did something. Hosavar got it into the wall a little bit. Yep. Right rear quarter panel. Right rear quarter panel. They're working on it. They got a NASCAR official there. I'd love to get me one of them official shirts. They're checking the toe to make sure that the toe link isn't all jacked up. It's not a game. It's practice and qualifying, and I'm watching it on Prime. Sheila in the house. Some Sheila. Riley Herbst out there in that number. How come I only have 13 viewers, chat? What is going on here? Starting to sense a trend here, chat. I'm starting to sense a trend on these times when I get hidden by YouTube. I'm not hidden currently, I guess, but I show up on the live tab, but I don't show up on the regular search. I think I might be blocked on a couple different search terms. You gots to watch, chat, for the snakes in the grass. Today is my day off. There you go. Dave Lizzie says, I love my NASCAR. You got a favorite driver? I've decided. I just decided 2 weeks ago. I was always a Earnhardt or a Harvick fan. And now I've decided that Hosavar is my dude. He's the one I'm rooting for. He's the one I'm rooting for, chat. 8:16 to go in practice for group number 1. It's Jones, Herbst, Cindric on the top. Let's scroll down and make sure that everybody has done a lap here. It says group 1, but Hamlin and Elliott have not gone out onto the track. So there is going to be a second group. Hamlin and Elliott have not posted a time. So I imagine they are headed out in group 2. Imagine they be headed out in group 2. All right. I'm going to let AI Valhalla and General Thor have some chili dogs. We got about 5 minutes to go in this practice, I imagine. Actually, about 3 minutes. Byron is going to win, says Sheila. Dale Jr.? No, Dale Sr. and Harvick. Those were my 2 drivers over my lifetime. I was never much of a Junior fan. I was definitely Dale Earnhardt Sr., and then when he passed, 3 races into it, when Harvick won Atlanta, I switched to Harvick. And then I was without a driver when he retired, and this year I finally said, you know what, I like this guy. All right, red flag is out. Oh, Timmy Hill went around, backed it into the wall. Number 66 car. Oh, he didn't even hit the wall, though. He didn't even hit the wall. How you root for Elliott? I think a lot of people made that transition. I think a lot of folks made that transition. This is crazy. Yeah, we only have 20 in here. This is nuts. I know I took the stream down and then put it back up, but yeah, this is pretty anemic. Pretty anemic. Maybe business will pick up when they qualify. Looks like a beautiful day in Darlington. Nice little breeze. Anybody in the chat from Darlington? All right, Stenhouse Jr. out there in that non-vegan Jack Links car, Chevrolet. Dale Sr. was my favorite driver too. Those are sweet. Kubota makes a nice machine, says Shelby. All right, Zillich up on Jack's too. Zillich has matching damage, just like the 77 car on that right rear. Oh, but from up next to VA? Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think YouTube likes it when you take your scheduled stream and make it private and then go back to active. I don't think YouTube likes it. So note made for next time I try to do it. Oh, we back under green, by the way. Bowman going to sit out again, y'all, this weekend from that 48. They think he'll be out at least another 3 weeks with vertigo. You always wanted to go to a NASCAR race? I've been to Phoenix probably 9 times. Never to another track, though. On the NASCAR side. All right, Hosavar backing it back in on pit road there. It bent the toe. So they repaired it. Now they got to find out if it's an approved adjustment. If not, he'll have to drop to the back of the field tomorrow. Yeah, I loved it. Harvick used to win all the time when I went. Where are my flags? Yeah, I didn't do the emojis, Shelby. I didn't do the emojis, girl. Sorry. I'll have them for the race tomorrow, but I didn't do them for this. It is nuts to look over, y'all, and see 10 away from emoji number 38. That's crazy. Just 10 away from the 38th emoji. Sarah is on a mission. Did you get any autographs? I am not an autographed hand. I don't particularly chase autographs. I could have. I could have got a number of them, but I've never been an autographed hound. At least not in my adult years. I hate to get in the way of the kids that are trying to get them. You know what I mean? I hate to get in the way of the kids that are trying to get them. So not really my jam. I was right next to Harvick a number of times, and I probably could have got one, and I never did. I never did. Captain Goody checks in from Australia. Oi, oi, oi. One of Rowdy's best tracks. I think I'm going to put money on him, DMC. I think I'm going to bet on Rowdy this weekend. I think I'm going to bet on him this weekend for sure. Look at my main page, Dave. You'll see I stream everything, bro. I stream everything. They're calling the Motorcraft 21 a throwback stream or scheme. Every week. That's the car. They've always run that paint scheme for the Wood brothers. Dabby in the house. Dab Dave. Dab Dave up in here, up in here. It's still Jones at the top of the bar, y'all. 29.92. There's 1 minute remaining in practice. One for group one. 1 minute remaining. Van Gisbergen Goody is down there in 18th at 30.74. 30.74 for SVG. Saying that when you turn onto pit road here at Darlington, you got to pretty much just hang a left turn and hope you don't hit the wall. Say that this area of the country gets very sandy. And it'll get on the track here, and it makes it tough to get down pit road. The 71 got some damage on the one on the passenger side of that car. All right, Group 1 practice is over, and the yellow is out. The yellow flag is out, chat. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. There it is. Anybody favorite paint schemes for this weekend? I love that 77. I love it. There we go. We got Theo updated there. Pretty good my way. Cyclone came in way north of here, but alas, no fishing. You haven't been out fishing? You ever been to a Vikings game? Again, here in Arizona. I've never seen him play a home game, Dave. Never seen him play a home game, but I've been to see him in Arizona 4 times, I believe. 4 times, I believe, here in the AZ. Looking at the Dodger hats on the wall, y'all, I almost bit last night on that gold world champion one with the 2 stars on either side of the LA logo in gold. Almost bid on it, but I just cannot. It's so hard. $54 plus shipping for a fitted hat now. Shit's insane. It's got the gold LA logo, 2 stars for the 2 championships in a row. The World Series champion thing on the side. $53. I like Chase Elliott's paint scheme this weekend, says Dave Lizzie. Isn't it just a normal one for him? Isn't it just his normal old paint scheme? Number 2 with the matte gray is about the most boring NASCAR ever. Yeah, the 2 struggles, Cubes. They struggle. Freightliner. I mean, you'd think they'd paint it red. You would think they would paint that sumbitch red. I like the 3. I like Winchester on the side. I think Elliott's in that uniform company car, right? Oh, Bush is sick. Yeah, I don't like the 9. I don't like the 9. Blaney just at 12. Menard's probably the most consistent sponsor now. Menard's is probably the most consistent. Slash some red on the gray. Exactly, bro. The 24 when it has Raptor is always pretty cool. A different look for Shelby's guy this weekend. Definitely a different look. The 43 is kind of a throwback to the Petty days. There's that 45 in all purple. There we go. He's coming up right here. Sirius XM on board for Shelby's guy. Val rocking another VSC stream. The man is infinite energy. I wish. I wish, buddy. Yeah, I think I screwed us here when I took this thing private when I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And that's why we've only got the 23. I don't think I'm getting pushed out. DMC, the 43 looks great. Hard to mess up the Petty colors, right? Hard to mess it up. But we are waiting for the start of practice for Group 2. Practice for Group 2. Let's see if they've added the other drivers. So Hamlin, Elliott, Buescher, and Briscoe have yet to take the track. They have yet to take the track. But Eric Jones, the fastest thus far in practice. Benjamin McKinney says the 30. She's snoring behind me. So I guess Prime is going to get 5 races this year where the race will be shown on Prime. Starting on May 24th. May 24th. The 24 has the flames on the side. It's on your screen, Dave. It's scrolling down below. Are they about to send Group 2 on track? Just 23 in the house, y'all. We're only at 100 views. I could have taken a nap, y'all. Almost, DMC. Almost. And that Freedom car, chat, that Freedom car is kind of a sneaky one. This is another political thing, y'all. Yep, I've been getting these political message 3-4 times a day. Pisses me off. Darlington Raceway actually called me in the COO this week. I thought maybe they were trying to do some like sponsorship thing. They just wanted to sell us some tickets. How'd they get my number? How did they get my number? Them sons of bitches. Whatever happened to Edwards? He just kind of burned out. R88 on the third convenience store of the year. Is Connor Zelich going to get a top 10 this year? And probably not on this track, DMC. This is a tough one. He's already got into the wall once. He's already got into that wall once in this first practice. Guess I'm not doing that bad. CeeLo only got 112. Homies. Bump, bump. Tony Stewart retired. Your number went into the black market when you ordered on TikTok? Maybe. Maybe, Shelby. I keep looking out the window. Maybe they'll show up one day. I figure they at least have to send me one set, right? Look at that old car there at Darlington, y'all. Looks like a fan has one painted up. An old Buick. Oh, it's Hosavar's paint scheme on an old Buick in the infield. Maybe the COO gave my number to him. Val is dragging, skipping a nap for views as hardcore hero status. All right, here we go. They rolling out, y'all. They rolling out for practice 2. No, not a rookie-friendly track, DMC. Not a rookie-friendly track. Valhalla, I'm going to lay down. Sorry, Debbie. Get some rest, Deb. I'll be rooting for the 77, Dave. I'll be rooting for that 77. That's my car now. With the leopard in the house. What's up, Tim? What's going on, Timmy? So, chat again. After this, I'll be doing that March Madness game between TCU and Duke. TCU and Duke is next on the channel today. And then TBD, I'll make a decision at some point during that stream if I'm going to do the Laker game tonight. It's currently sitting in private. And if this is in the indicator, that's not the way to do it. That is not the way to do it because I think YouTube penalizes you in the search for that. But tomorrow we've got a noon start for the Goodyear 400. And then that's going to end right near about the time that U of A plays. And so that's the goal tomorrow is to get those two knocked out. Quickly rolling up on the end of the month. Quickly rolling to the end of times here, at the end of the month. Your own phone heard you telling the COO that you were streaming the Darlington race? My own phone sold me out. A Buick Regal. Scoop says I took a nap. It was good. Theo says I bet Val dumps the Lakers 10,000. You might be right, buddy. You might be right, brother. noon Arizona time. YouTube kicked you out? He's on a different med. It makes him shaky. I swear I can walk through the family room, mention something to my wife. Oh, absolutely, Cubes. Absolutely. And it's not just your computers now that are listening to you. If you've got a Wi-Fi connection on anything, whether it be your fridge, your garage door opener, your security cameras, whatever, they be listening. They be listening. Eric Jones still holding the top spot here. Voted by Carmen. Yeah, what's going on there, chat? Damn, Theo. Damn, Theo. Ye of little faith. That might be enough right there. That might be enough right there to me definitely do the Laker game. Phones are tuned in. Absolutely. It's not, like I said, it's not just your phones, y'all. It's not, if you got an Alexa, if you got one of them smartwatches, all that shit's listening. And now they're starting to save it, y'all. They're starting to save all that information in these data centers. By the way, Theo, I can't dump the Lakers because they're not scheduled. Officially, they're no longer scheduled. Harvick just said he misses racing here. He misses racing on this track. Just calling the odds, not a challenge. If you're new, hit the sub, give the video a like.
Subscribe to Valhalla Sports Talk. Let's go! Hit the like on the video or stream. Yeah, hit that like button. Do it now!
Trying to win 9 in a row, Theo. We trying to win 9 in a row tonight. Still Jones on the top, y'all. And we're already a few minutes into this one. So we might not get it. Jones might be it. Hamlin's number 11 looking good this week. Sports clips on board. I would sit different places all the time, Dave. There was one race that I was maybe 3 rows away from the flag stand. That race, weird enough, that race when I was sitting real close to the flag stand at Phoenix, Carl Edwards won that race and climbed up into the crowd and gave the checkered flag to a little boy that was sitting about, I would say, 10 feet to my right. Yeah, Carl Edwards won that race, did a backflip, then climbed into the stands on the front stretch, the old front stretch at Phoenix, and handed the checkered flag to a little boy that was sitting maybe about 10 feet from me. Since then, the flag. Oh, what's Blaney got going on his car today? Blaney's got a black hood. Delta faucets, I believe, on the hood. First bowl. Yeah, 10 to go, girl. I'm afraid to do it, though. The COO is going to kill me. Laid a 20 on my table this afternoon. Forgot to push my chair in. The little Shih Tzu shredded it all over the floor. I don't remember the year, Dave. I don't remember the year. I would say maybe 10 years ago. All right, commercial break. Commercial break. It's still Jones, Herbst, Cindric. I'm going to go through the field. Go through the field. Look for your favorite driver. I'll take it slow and easy. Hosavar, fifth. Hosavar, fifth. But he does have that toe link that got jacked up. He might be dropping to the back for the race tomorrow, if that was not an approved adjustment. And I don't think it is. But I think everybody has posted a time now. Even little Timmy Hill. Car went by too fast, just like tomorrow. Blaney going to be blazing. This is Theo. So on the thumbnail for both practice and qualifying, let me bring it up. I've got the race winners from last year at Darlington. Let me take a quick peek at it. Yeah, so it was Hamlin and Briscoe that won at Darlington last year. So it ain't exactly a Ford track. It's Chevy or Toyota. Toyota. Edwards won the Subway Fit Fresh 500 at Phoenix International Raceway March 3rd, 2013, ending a 70-race winless streak. Yep, that was it. That was it. I remember getting a free Subway sandwich before the race. I remember getting a little teeny free Subway sandwich. I can't remember if that race had rain involved. There was one I went to that it rained quite a bit of the day, and I got Budweiser certified twice. Budweiser had a trailer. You go through and look at the Budweiser history, and then at the end, they would have you drink stinky beer and a fresh Bud. And then they would give you an ID card that said you were Bud qualified. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Suarez's car looking pretty fast. That Nation's Guard. They're talking about your boy Blaney. Blaney struggling, 36th on the board. But Boyer says, don't worry, he'll be okay. This Bud's for you. That was a little ID card they gave you. Gonna check on him? All right, Sheila. Go check on him. Nothing better than a free beer. All right, there we go. Ty Gibbs out there. Ty Gibbs out there in that Cirrus Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. It wasn't that long ago, Kubler, where you could go to the track there. I think I've told this story before. Back when Winston was still the sponsor of the series. You could go to the track, and if you went into their tent and smoked a cigarette, they would give you two packs of Winston's. And I remember going in there with the COO one time and them stuffing a cigarette in her mouth. They would have these hot chicks that would light your cigarette up. And then when you came out of there, they'd give you 2 free packs of Winston. Longs, too. The long motherfuckers. The COO never went in that tent again. It wasn't long after that Nextel took over. That girl's been through some shit with me, y'all. All fishing is closed? All right, still Jones, Herp, Cindric, your top 3. You're trying to hurry? Can you tape it back together, Shelby? Little Shih Tzu? You can't tape it back together and go to the bank? Exchange it for another one? That was her. That was her, Cubes. That was her, brother. So Blaney is behind his teammates as far as speed. He's out there. Blaney trying to get past Cindric. 9:23 clock running here in practice for Group 2. Chris Davis says, let's go Michael McDowell. That 88 is a pretty, or the 90, is that a 98? 88. The Red Bull, that's a pretty sick paint scheme. I would try to tape it and then take it to the take it to the bank, and they'll give you another one. Tell them your Shih Tzu ate it. Plus, it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle, Shelby. Jones, Herp, Cindric, your top 3 still. Then Suarez, Hosavar round out your top 5. I don't think anyone's going to get up there in practice. Fuel prices are skyrocketing, so that's quite annoying. Yeah, I don't think they're done. I don't think they're done. Diesel, I imagine, is what you use for the boats, right, Captain Goody? We'll try. What have I got to lose? Exactly. Just hand it to the clerk at the Circle K, Shelby, after you tape it. They'll probably take it. Like, can I use this? My dog ate it. It's still supposed to be legal tender if you've got all the pieces. Oh, practice, Cambodia. Practice, then qualifying. We got about 4 minutes left in practice, it looks like. We pay by the gallon here. If I'm missing any pieces, I suppose I can check. No. I wouldn't go that far, Shelby. I wouldn't go that far. They never eat it. They just tear it up. I wouldn't be going through his dumps. No. I mean, if it was 100, maybe. If it was a Ben Franklin, maybe. Uh-oh. Shelby, your guy. Shelby, your guy just hit the wall. No, maybe not. Maybe he kept it off, but man, that wheel was flopping. Here's a really weird thing. Sometimes when I just think about something, I get ads for whatever I was thinking of. I feel like that's a true statement, Scoop. As long as you salvage the pieces with the serial numbers on it, take it to the bank and they will replace this Kubler. $3 a liter for diesel. Larson is a Caitlin Clark fan. I like Reddick's Xfinity car in purple. Where are we at on timing for today? $2:15 is that next stream. $3:23 to go in practice 2, and then they'll qualify. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good, but I would definitely dump this if I have to. I get that too. Good to know, Shelby. Regular gas, $2.50 a liter. The Oscar Mayer car is pretty cool. Did you see my paint scheme preview video when I went past that car? I said Oscar Mayer is on such and such a car. Eat a hot dog. Those paint scheme preview videos ain't doing shit. Best 30 lap average, Tyler Reddick on the top with a 31.61. Gibbs right behind him. So them Toyotas are fast. That 30 lap average is important. Who is that? Reddick, and this is going to be some information for my Reddick and Gibbs. So I think I got 3 of my 4. Reddick, Gibbs, Hosavar. Reddick, Gibbs, Hosavar for my bet so far. Eat a bologna sandwich. Yeah, we're at what was it this morning? Diesel was close to $6 a gallon. Briscoe, 10 races at Darlington, 2 wins, 3 top 10s. I always try to check out Val's stuff. You never know what you might be missing. There you go. I'm going to try to do more standalone shit, especially when the Dodgers get going. It would take some discipline, but I might maybe do a video after every Dodger game, post game wrap up video. I don't know though, because I'm usually pretty tired by the time the game checks out. Joey Logano. Joey Logano back to his typical paint scheme. 349 at Costco. Dylan in that 3 car with Winchester on board. Brand new Bass Pro Shops opening up in Tucson right next to the Costco. Brand new Bass Pro Shops going to open up. I got a lot of points. Got a lot of points. Going to get me a new gun, a new pew pew. All right, so that's it. That's it for practice. 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 COO is oddly quiet, chat. COO is oddly quiet. Hungry. Comes the general. What's up, buddy? Did you finish your bully stick? You must have, because you're hitting the water. She was up early cleaning. She's napping. Maybe. I don't know. If you can find gas in the LA area for $5.39, you're doing good. Do a live stream filming the first tanks and gun cases for your new Bass Pro. I don't know if they let you videotape in there, but it's a huge building. Unbelievable how big it is. All right, Captain Goody. We'll see you, buddy. We'll see you, man. Yeah, I don't know if they'll let you film in there. This will be the second one in Arizona. They have a big one in Phoenix that used to be called Cabela's. They're interviewing the young Zilich. I get him and Hosavar mixed up all the time. Why? I have no clue. Why? I have no clue, chat. Do we have him lined up for qualifying? Let me see. Let's refresh. I didn't even think about turning on the radio today. Right, so this is the qualifying order. Qualifying order.
First off, here in the Cup Series, filling in for Alex Bowman, what have you learned so far in the Cup car in this practice session going into qualifying, Justin?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's still, a lot of thoughts going out to Alex, getting him back at the racetrack as quickly as possible. I know he's been...
Talking about Alex Bowman. Cho checks in. I've been to Bass Pro Shop where they have a lot of fish. Yeah, they always have the big fish tank in there, don't they? They always have the big fish tank. Selling those baits and lures. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it opening, y'all. Looking forward to it opening. Yeah, my card that I have the points on is a Cabela's one. But I got enough for what I want, I think, on there. I've done it once before, y'all. It's fun going in there and saying, here, I got these points. Coming out with a brand new one. You breathing so hard for, Tornelius? Let's see, track condition is warm. All right, Blaney talking to his crew.
The sun is beating down on the asphalt plains. 40,000 horses pulling on the reins. I can feel the rumble in the hollow chest. Today we put the metal and the spirit to the test. Mechanics in the pit with the grease on their hands. A sea of colors rising in the crowd, it stands. A green flag drops and the world goes blurred. The loudest thunder that you ever have heard. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Drafting on the bumper of the number 3. Looking for a gap that the others can't see. Paint color swapping on the back stretch run. Getting real hot underneath the southern sun. My vision is a tunnel and my heart is a drum. Waiting for the moment when the openings come. I'm white knuckle tied on the carbon fiber wheel. Guided by the spirit and the strength of the steel. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Chasing down the dream and the engine power. Three wide through the tri-oval floor. Can hear the radio above the roar. The checkered flag is waiting in the hazy heat. Decided by an inch or a fraction of a beat. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banked on the edge where the rubber meets the bone. Fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour. Chasing down the dream and the engine power.
All right, I'm back, y'all.
Burn the tires down till the smoke fills the sky.
All right, we about to get qualifying, y'all. Timmy Hill taking it out. Timmy Hill, first one. Boom, boom. I tried to get a big arch, y'all. I tried to get a big arch. Denied. Oh, wait. Timmy Hill not sponsored this weekend in that number 66. No hood sponsor, anyway. His first start of the season. Port Tobacco, Maryland. Best finish 14th in 17 at Indianapolis. He's 33 years of age. He'll obviously finish this qualifying lap P1 because he's the first one out. Cody Ware headed out in the 51 Chevrolet. Jacob on board. Jacob Construction. Jacob, big company, y'all. They got construction. They do electronics testing for the military. I used to work for Jacob. I had Jacob on my paycheck for a couple of years. Oh, shit, we're green. We be green. All right, so Ware, 3309er. Todd Gilliland headed out in the 34 Ford for Front Row Motorsports. Currently first on the board as he's tracking. You laughing about, Shelby? So this is apparently a Bill Elliott paint scheme from the 80s. 29.997, Gillen to the top of the board here in qualifying for the Goodyear 400. One Bass Pro Shops in Sacramento and one in Reno. Fun fact, Bass Pro Shops headquarters are in Springfield, Missouri. Says Sarah Small. Zilich out there in the 88, Red Bull. Car, Chevrolet. Race team is Zilich part of? Is that DEI? Or not DEI, is that Junior Motorsports? Zilich, the young man, 30.091, good enough for second. P2 for Zilich in the 88. Josh Berry headed out in the Wood Brothers Ford, number 21, Motorcraft on board. 5 starts at Darlington, 2 top 10 starts, best finish 10th. These are my green flags. Oh, because you ain't got no emojis. Panera Bread is headquartered in Sunset Hills, Maryland, says Sarah. You can do this, Shelby. $29.87, buried to the top of the board in the 21. Ty Dillon headed out in that number 10 Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. Dillon off of Barry's pace. Can someone get Val to 800, says Sarah. Someone will. Someone will, Sarah. I don't want you to do it if you don't have to. You've given more than enough, girl. Dillon going to finish P5. Horrible. SVG going out in that 97 WeatherTech Chevrolet. He is close. He is close to that 21 on the Ghost car. He falls off a little bit. See him get into it. Mailman just went by. What's the third one? Green apples? They were green apples, Shelby. All right, so Noah Gregson headed out. SVG finished P4 there. P4. Gregson well ahead of the pole pace in the Long John Silver's Ford. Got that pony on the front. Gregson slowed down at the end there. 29.980 P2. Papa 2. Dodger fan in the house. Cole Custer in that Haas Chevrolet. Haas is driving Chevrolets now? What the fuck? I didn't know they were in Chevys. Ain't no loyalty in the NASCAR game no more, chat. Checkered flag. And Custer P7, 34-22. Ricky Stenhouse headed out. Non-vegan. Jack Links. Chevrolet. I'm not sure who that race team logo is. Colleague? 5 starts this season for Stenhouse. He is right on the pole pace. Actually, inches forward a little bit here. Inches forward a little bit here. He might be going P1. Up. Keeps it off the wall. There he goes. 29-7-21. Stenhouse Jr. to the top of the board in that number 47. That's just a square. Circle, square, green apple. Yeah, I've been to Reno a number of times as a kid. My parents used to go there all the time to gamble. Commercial break, y'all. We're in a commercial. We're in a commercial break, chat. But Stenhouse, your current leader. How many cars have qualified, chat, so far? 10. 10 cars have qualified so far of the 37. Denny Hamlin's going to go out dead last. He won a race here last year. Chase Elliott going to go out second to last. A lot of big names at the bottom there that have yet to go out. A lot of them. Our house in the middle of our street. Our house. And again, in a commercial break, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., your current pole sitter, with a 29.721, 165.459 miles per hour. And Bubblehead Bobby in the house. Bubblehead Bobby got 64,000 points. Not bad for a fictional character. Not bad. By the kid. They're back from commercial here. Eric Jones waiting to get out there. Looks like the Ally car is next to go out, the 48. I don't know why they got him stopped. I figured they got this shit over with. All right, here we go. 48 with Justin Allgaier substituting. In the O'Reilly series at Darlington, Allgaier has 20 starts. He's won here 3 times in the lower division. He is ahead of Stenhouse's pace as he goes down the backstretch. Bobblehead Bobby bets 10,000 on Toyota. Allgaier, top of the board, P1 for the 48, 29,624. 166 miles an hour. Al Busch headed out in that Chevrolet with BetMGM on board. Apparently, Busch and his son are going to race in Carolina this evening in the midget or the legend cars. Busch well ahead. P1 for Kyle Busch in the number 8. I think that's my 4th driver for tomorrow, y'all. Yep, those are going to be my drivers tomorrow. I don't know about the odds or anything, but I'm going to go with Busch, Reddick, Gibbs, and Hosavar. Those will be my 4 drivers on DraftKings. I had a ham sandwich, some leftover soup. Herbst is right up on Busch, though, in that number 35 Monster Energy drink. Toyota, I believe. He finished off P2, 29,613. At McDowell in the 71. 6th, 16th, 30th for McDowell his last 3 races at Darlington. Polar Hot Dog checks in. How does this work? Yeah, time determines how they start, how they line up for the race tomorrow, Scoop. Yep, next stream 2:15, chat. It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. It's a quick turnover, though. I won't restart the computer or nothing. We'll just switch setups and go live. Cindric headed out. Oh, the 71 of McDowell hit the wall a bit. Career at Darlington, Cindric, 8 starts, 3 top 10s. His best finished 6th. He's behind Busch's pole speed by quite a bit, but he's gaining ground here. Definitely gaining ground. Cindric, P2, 29,570. AJ Allmendinger in that 16 Grizzly nicotine pouches. Chevrolet, I believe. Oh, he's on Busch. Stenhouse wants the pole. The ghost car and Stenhouse were trading places for a minute there, but Stenhouse falls back. Falls back a bit here. Well off the pace now. Straightens it up. Allmendinger, 8th, P8. Just off your screen, P8 for Allmendinger, 29,885. Who loves Brendan? Says Brendan. What the fuck?
That's some clown shit.
That's some clown shit.
That's some clown shit.
All right, Biscuits. We'll see you, buddy. Ooh, Squirrely for the 43 of Eric Jones. Check out Lake Tahoe. That's where we had our honeymoon. COO and I's honeymoon was in Lake Tahoe. True story. Yep. Jones got into the wall. John Hunter Nemechek in that 42 Toyota for Legacy Motorsports. $58 in the house. It's their high for today. We're approaching 600 views. $600 views, y'all. I don't even know if I have this loaded where I can bring that other screen up. Nope. Nopey, nopey. Let's see if we can go to full screen capture. Yeah, that is. Hit twice. Hosavar hits the wall twice on his lap. You do it, man. Uh-oh. The full screen thing ain't working, y'all. Hosavar slots in P5, 29,677. He going to start at the rear, y'all, because he's done a lot of damage. He's done a lot of damage to that 77. They'll probably go to a backup car. The hotkey has been removed for the full screen. All right, interviewing Blaney. 18 career races at Darlington, 4 top 10s. His best finish 5th. Let me put fix full screen. Okay, so almost an hour from that next March Madness stream. Shelby Car Museum. Now let's see how many have qualified. We're almost halfway. Coming up next, Chastain, Suarez, Dillon, then Smith. Apparently they don't do that best 10 anymore. Apparently they don't do that shit. All right, there goes Chastain in that Moose Chevrolet. You got to swim in Lake Tahoe. I've swam in there before, too. Some of the bluest water I've ever seen in my life, Lake Tahoe, y'all, back in the day. Back in the old day. Second group always had an advantage. So they don't do it anymore, right? Most tasteless, they don't do the deal where the top 10 go. I haven't seen them do it yet this year. Who is Chastain? Oh, P10. P10 for Chastain. Canadian Gooses. Favorite place I've ever gone swimming in my life. Favorite place I've ever been swimming. Rocky Point, Mexico, y'all. Rocky Point, Mexico. You're out there swimming and you got dolphins all around you. Dolphins everywhere. There's the number 3 car as the COO shows up. She's on board that 3 with Austin Dillon. In Bass Pro Shops and Winchester on the sponsorship there of the number 3. He's ahead of the pole pace here. Well ahead of his teammate. Oh, he lost it. Get in the gas, 3. Get in the gas. Nope. P2. P2. So the 2 RCR cars are 1-2 on the pylon. Dane Smith headed out in the 38 Ford for Front Row Motorsports. Timothy Lepper. Up in here, up in here. Fading, Theo. I don't know if you're in here, but I'm fading. I am fading, brother. We ain't even into the basketball stream, the second one. Logano headed out. Logano headed out, chat, in that number 22 Ford for Team Penske. He's ahead of Busch's pace. He is well ahead of Busch's pace here. Nope, not anymore. Not anymore, y'all. About 2 car lengths behind the ghost car of Kyle Busch right now. Five-hour energy. I've drank those one time back in the day. I think I got one free at a NASCAR race once. Anywho, where did he end up? It wasn't good, whatever it was. Logano way down there. He ain't even on the screen no mo. Oh, shit. Chase almost lost it. Briscoe, that car got squirrely on him, and he did the swatting flies. That's kind of a sick paint scheme, though. I like it. Kind of old school look to the 19 this weekend. Reminds me of a car that Harvick had a few years back where it transitioned from the white Goodwrench car to the black. Blaney headed out. He just qualified, Nufo. I'm going to scroll down. The 12 of Blaney is out there. He's in 9th, Nufo. What time did those guys arrive with that front end loader? Does anyone remember? I'm going to say like 10 o'clock, Shelby. 10 my time. Somewhere in that ballpark. Blaney to the top of the board. Blaney to the pole position with Theo Samigal on board. He tried to tell us. Y'all. 29,476 for Blaney. Reese out there in the 60. Kroger, the sponsor. Ninth for Priest. 1 o'clock my time. They're still moving snow 3 hours into it. That's wild, Shelby. Where do they put it? Chase Briscoe's won 2 of the last 3 Darlington races. William Byron led the first 243 laps last year. Buescher's 7 top 10 finishes since 21. And Chastain, 7.8 average finish. Reddick, 4 top 3 finishes in the next gen car here at Darlington. Hamlin, best of all time career average finish at Darlington. All right, they got a truck out there. An ambulance truck. Why do they have that out there? Hamlin climbing into his car. Richard Hole says, my appetite for chili dogs and beer is peaking. What's up, Rich? What is up, buddy? Ross should have a solid day tomorrow if all goes well. Says most tasteless. Blaney, Busch, Dillon, your top 3. I'm going to guess there's 10 cars left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 10 more to go. 10 cars have yet to go out. A lot of snow, says Carmen. They put it behind the motel. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. If your snow keeps stacking up, I'll just get a front end skid loader and stack it up in the back of the motel. All right, Brad Keselowski in the 6 out there. Currently P2, about halfway through the run. 52 inches total for the storm. Crazy. Oh, hell, Brad Keselowski. Right there. Right there, them Fords. There he goes, out in front. E1 for Keselowski in the 6, 29,424. 29,424, chat. Top points leader gets autographed Valhalla Circle K Polar Pop Cup. Question mark. You know what he wants, that bullshit. Tyler Reddick headed out in the 45. Shelby on board this one. Shelby on board in the 45. Xfinity. Toyota. You throw it on top of him? Wow. Gibbs is blowing away Keselowski's speed. 29,072. Tyler Reddick with Shelby on board is P1. Yep, he's one of my drivers for betting tomorrow, y'all. Busch, Reddick, Gibbs, Hosavar. They should all have good odds. Pay well. Kyle Larson headed out in the 5. Andrew in the house. Yeah, you're the 45. Are you sure, Shelby? I thought you were Gibbs. I don't know where my sheet is. Hard noses in the 45? When are you in? Oh, the 54. Oh, my bad. My bad. I could have swore they showed Gibbs in that car. I thought I was looking at Gibbs. Track is taking rubber, says Richard Hole. Busher out now in the 17. Yeah, I thought that was Gibbs I was looking at, y'all. I got confused. Third fastest Ford for Busher, P4, 29,443. Yeah, Gibbs in the fit. I got you.
What do you want?
You go through a drive-through though? I want to try that new burger. I forget now. What's the new hamburger called, chat, at Mickey D's? You gonna get you some fishes? It was rough. My Aggies play Houston today. Richard says, wait, what? Wow, that 45, big damage, though, on the rear quarter. There we go. There's Shelby headed out in the 54 with Ty Gibbs. The big arch combo. I'm going to give you a card. Oh, you're going to order it on the app? Orange. Actually, I'll do a Sprite. E24 for Gibbs, who they said had the best 30-lap average. Christopher Bell headed out. Yeah, I want one of those. Give me one of those, some fries, and a Sprite. Huh?
Bacon. Pick up the onions and the pickle, but they come with crispy onion. Want the crispy onion, right?
No.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, there's some bacon on that puppy. Bell, P19. The sauce, the new Big Art sauce, is described as zesty, creamy, and peppery, featuring a blend of mustard, pickle, and sweet tomato flavors. Unlike the Big Mac sauce, it contains ketchup. Nice. Nice. I might be late coming up on that stream, y'all. I might be late coming up on that next stream. It's substantially larger than the Big Mac, featuring a half pound of beef. It contains approximately 1,020 calories. Why couldn't you just leave that shit out, Cubes? Why couldn't you just leave that part out? Wallace, P2, 29,196. Chase Elliott going out. We're getting near the end of this group. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So the only one left after Elliott is Hamlin, who won last year here. Might be able to have that before that next stream starts. Pretty cool. COO hooking me up. Elliott P3, 29.319 in the last qualifier of the day. Hamlin headed out. I'm supposed to give this Hamlin car away to somebody that wants to switch. Oh, Hamlin had to check up there. Who was it that said they wanted to switch to the 11? Wash that arch down with a 5-hour energy. Less than half the calories of an MRE pack. 9th. All right, so it's going to be Reddick and Wallace. Damn. 2-3-X1 on the pole. 2-3-X1 on the pole. Reddick, Wallace. Second career Darlington pole for Reddick. Third career front row for Wallace. And we read. Oh, you do this one. Fade is on. Do you have a car, Tim? Tim, do you have a car, bud? Hey. I'm going to put you in there, Tim. Okay, I'll put you in. So you got the 11 now. You replace Julie Nickel. I mean, you at least show up. I know CeeLo wanted it, but he don't obviously watch my streams because he streams it himself. But yeah, we'll put you in there, Tim. So you move to the 11. Get you a car. All right, baby. Be careful. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I'll be up in, I don't know, in about 45 minutes. 45 minutes for TCU versus Duke in March Madness action. I really don't think I'm doing the Lakers, y'all. I really don't think I'm going to do the Lakers.
Engine screaming in the Carolina heat. Dust and rubber burning on the concrete street. Turn it up loud for the talk of the track. Valhalla's on the mic and he's never looking back. Green flag drops and the thunder begins.
Have a few cocktails for a boost, then pass out. Was it Everett that said he wanted the 11? I don't know. I'll give it to Leopard because he showed up for qualifying. I'm out of here. We'll see you in a few, y'all. 45 minutes. Lakers are on fire right now, says Andrew. Fade the Lakers. We'll see. We'll see. We will see how it looks. I'm out, though. Peace. Thank you to the Berserkers and the me homies. Still 10 away from 800 on the member side. Deuces.
Barbecue on the floor, push it to the limit, give me some more. Valhalla Sports Talk, yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. V homies represent, let the engines roar. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag, got the winner circle spirit in the victory. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. He's diving to the inside, clearing the pack, leaving all the rivals on the back of the track. Across the start finish, hear the crowd go insane. Valhalla's name etched in the Hall of the Flame. Burnouts in the grass,